Do you know what team currently has the fourth best net rating in the NBA? None other than the Memphis Grizzlies. They currently have both a top 5 offense and top 5 defense on a per possession basis, and look like a serious contender in the Western Conference. One reason for this is the improvement of Jaren Jackson Jr. The 25-year-old has made strides offensively and is still playing high end defense in the process. I'm going to take a deeper dive into Jackson's game to show why he's so vital to the Grizzlies' success and why he should be getting more consideration for his second career All Star game next month. Last year, the Grizzlies were decimated by injuries, with the most notable being Ja Morant and Desmond Bain, who played a combined 51 games, though their absence let the Grizzlies tinker with how to utilize Jackson. The 6'10 big man was being used frequently in isolation, and he ended up being pretty efficient, ranking in the 66th percentile on a per possession basis. So far this year, he's built off this ranking in the 70th percentile in the action, and can get to these shots in a variety of ways. Here, Jackson starts on the left elbow, but Brandon Clark sets a screen before Jackson makes an Iverson cut to the right wing. Now, as he gets the ball, Clark again sets a screen, and this time it creates a switch for Jackson to attack. He slowly dribbles inside the arc, and as Dorian Finney Smith reaches for the ball, Jackson creates space with a spin move and now has a clear path to the basket and converts the layup. The Grizzlies also consistently let Jackson take advantage of his size and movement ability in isolation by letting him build momentum before driving downhill. Here, Jackson is bringing the ball up, and as he picks up his speed, you can see there is still 20 seconds left on the shot clock, so the Mavericks' defense likely isn't fully set, which means Jackson isolated against Maxi Kleba here can create an advantage. As he gets downhill, you can already see the Mavericks don't have many options here. Klay Thompson's rotating the help, but Jackson has the big size advantage. He capitalizes, and it leads to a quick basket after the left handed layup. The 25-year-old compared to last season has also been drastically better on spot ups. Last year, he ranked in the 42nd percentile on a per possession basis on them. This year, he ranks in the 57th. While the attention that other teammates draw has likely led to more clean looks from three, Jackson has also done a better job of scoring when attacking closeouts. Here, Desmond Bain has the ball and is operating out of pick and roll as Jackson is in the right corner. Though when Bain drives downhill, you could see Jackson's defender make a small rotation to try and help on Bain. This leads to trouble. Bain passes the ball to Jackson, who right away wants to get downhill against his defender, who is still getting back in position. The 25-year-old gets to his spot in the paint and hits the floater with his offhand. In this instance, Ja Morant brings the ball up, and as he gets to the right corner, fires a pass to Jackson. As Jackson gets the ball, you can see Domantas Sabonis is playing off him here, so Jackson does have a potential shot from three if he wants it. Instead, he shows the skills that make him so dangerous in isolation by quickly using his momentum to get downhill and faces little resistance before finishing a layup. Jackson has also been efficient on post ups this year, and a big reason for all this success offensively is the touch he's showing around the basket. He's shooting nearly 65% on shots less than 5 feet from the hoop, and 52% on shots 5 to 9 feet from the basket. One huge reason for this is his performance on shots that require touch. Jackson is shooting 53% on shot attempts the NBA has charted as floaters and 56% on hook shots. That's a massive improvement from last season, where he shot 45% on floater attempts and 49% on hook shots. The Grizzlies currently rank 5th in defensive rating, and with Jackson anchoring that end of the floor, it's easy to see why. The former Defensive Player of the Year can defend players of various sizes and rack up both blocks and steals, though some of his impact can't be found in the box score. Here, the Celtics are running a handoff for Jaylen Brown, and with Jackson initially defending the big, he'll need to switch onto Brown as he gets downhill. The reigning Finals MVP attacks, and you can see despite what is an advantage against many big men, he's having trouble creating space against Jackson. Brown gets into a floater, but looking at Jackson's extended arm here, you can see the shot is highly contested and it results in a miss. After a quick Domantas Sabonis screen, Jackson now has one of the tougher defensive tasks in the league, being left on an island trying to stop De'Aaron Fox getting downhill. For many big men, this is a massive disadvantage given Fox's speed, but not for Jackson. As Fox gets downhill, he isn't able to create the separation he typically would in these matchups, as Jackson is right there. The guard is then able to create what appears to be a glimmer of space getting downhill, but the 25-year-old quickly recovers and blocks the shot. The former Defensive Player of the Year can also use his length and anticipation to alter passing lanes. Trey Murphy has the ball here, and Jackson starts the possession defending in the right corner. Though as Murphy starts working downhill, you can see the Grizzlies start rotating, and Jackson moves towards the restricted area to cut off a potential lob to Daniel Tice. This forces Murphy to pick up his dribble, and he sees Jackson's initial assignment, who appears to be open in the corner. Though the moment he brings his arm back to pass, Jackson quickly moves to his left and intercepts the pass, eliminating a potential open look from three. So, what has made Jackson an all star this year? He's improved offensively as he's not only benefiting from healthy teammates, but he's improved various aspects of his game. Jackson's also one of 4 players this season averaging at least 20 points, 1 steal, and 1 block per game. All the other players are locks for the All Star game, and Jackson's the only one averaging at least 1.5 steals and 1.5 blocks. Then, most importantly, he's impacting winning, as the Grizzlies are near the top of the Western Conference standings. Jackson and the Grizzlies aren't getting a ton of national attention, but his play is a big reason why they have the makings of a dangerous team that could potentially make a deep postseason run. If you made it this far, thank you. And if you enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to like and subscribe to stay up to date on my basketball analysis throughout the 2024-25 season.